Good evening, City fans. I'm just doing a very tiny little vlog before we go live on the podcast. Because what on earth is going on? What on earth is going on? I mean, I'm genuinely shocked. This is the decision I wanted, in the sense of sporting integrity, and that you don't want to have to play to a Southampton side that are cheats. And have admitted that they are, so we can finally say that. But lost for words almost. So obviously, Hull City, the club have been trying to prepare to play Southampton and maybe Middlesbrough in the background, but you can't really do that 100%, unlike Middlesbrough, who've been preparing properly, although Kim Hellberg's been over to Sweden, some of their players have been abroad, so maybe they've not actually been preparing 100% mentally, especially the players knowing or not knowing for sure that you're going to be playing us. But, that's not great consideration, for us and our preparations there. Southampton are appealing, even though they've admitted the wrongdoing. I guess we probably admitted to wrongdoing with the transfer embargo earlier in the year, but appeal the sanction. You can't have the balls to say, oh yes, Middlesbrough are kicked out, and then keep them in, or keep Southampton in. Kick Southampton out, I said, at Middlesbrough. EFL aren't going to say, yes, we're going to have Middlesbrough in the playoff final, and then go back on that again. So 100%, absolutely no way that Southampton are going to be in this playoff final now. The EFL simply cannot go back on that. They might, a smaller fine, smaller points deduction that they're appealing for, but there's absolutely no way at all that now that they've kind of opened that extra can of worms, that they're going to then go back on such a bold claim, surely, and have us playing Southampton on Tuesday night. How on earth can you justify saying, oh yes, the kickoff time is going to be different because it's a different team, when Hull City fans have bought tickets, and I've bought train tickets that are for specific times, not specific times, but with specific times in mind to get there and back, and certain people will have more specific ones. So it'll go ahead on the same day, but fuck you, it's actually going to be at a different time of day to what it was initially when you were going to play Southampton. Why on earth would it matter that it's Middlesbrough, different time? That's ridiculous. So hopefully it would be at the same time or close. But you can't say, I've literally, I have the TV on, Hull City Southampton, it says. Oh really? That's Sky Sports promoting Hull City Southampton on the TV. Well, you got to change that. Utterly absurd. There's the whole thing about whether or not us playing Middlesbrough is better than Southampton. Of course, Middlesbrough have lost, they've only won 2 of the last 13 games. I think we only won 4 or 5, but that's still more. Of course, we got destroyed by them at home, but we beat them away. Conway's injured, so that's helpful. But again, on the day and leading up to it, we're not really talking about the game. It's just this, and the only fair thing is for us to go up, because yes, Middlesbrough have been cheated on, but I lost an extra time in the 120th minute when tactics go out the window, and yes, Southampton are cheats, but Middlesbrough have played 210 minutes against Southampton, couldn't beat them, and so we might get beaten by a team that has been beaten on the pitch fairly. It's not like the Swindon situation this year where there was an ineligible player that played for Swindon. That's why they got kicked out of the EFL trophy. What an absurd situation. Hopefully it's on the Saturday, because I think surely, pending appeal, the EFL, there's absolutely no chance that they can postpone the game, because they can't put Southampton back in. Otherwise, what's the point? If that was ever going to be on the table, they wouldn't have done it in the first place. They wouldn't have done that announcement just now. So, the game will be going ahead. It ought to just be, what are the extent of the other sanctions Southampton are getting? funny. It's Oxford, Ipswich, and then technically it's the home leg against or the away leg for Southampton at Middlesbrough. They didn't win any of the games that they spied on other teams for. Although no, Oxford, I thought they beat them, didn't they? I thought 1-0. I have to check that, but only winning one of them. And why, Oxford? Are you spying on Oxford at home? Like, you got to beat them. It's ridiculous. Utterly absurd. Well, looks like we're getting ready for the podcast soon, so I'll post this and then we're going to go live and we'll answer all your questions. So, up to Tigers. Bye for now.